Thanks everybody for being here today. I really appreciate y'all's attendance on a Monday afternoon or Monday noon. So we're continuing today at our Jiu-Jitsu Agility and Mobility seminar. We moved past closed guard, now we're doing some more fun, flowy stuff. Last week we focused on agility and mobility from like standing and passing. Today we're going to do it from the guard and guard retention. There's two main concepts that I want to reinforce before we get into the drills that we're going to do today, and then a little game before we start sparring. The two concepts, the first one is elbow-knee space. This is a jiu-jitsu concept that applies to guard and passing. If you're passing, the main thing that you're trying to do is like open the elbow-knee space on the person that you're trying to pass and like occupy that space. As a guard player, you're trying to protect that space. You want to stay compact. If you think about it like in terms of checkers, like if you never move your back row, you can't lose. If you never separate your knees from your elbows, you can't get past. Obviously, it's going to happen. But that is like the concept that I want to nail in today with the drills that we're doing, is that as much as possible, try to preserve that space, and if it's exposed, try to get it back. The second concept, the fencing in concept, Jason, can I borrow you? So this is anytime you'd be on your feet for this. Anytime anyone gets any kind of grip on your pants, it's like the inside space concept. It's the same as like an underhook or anything like that. I want to get inside space. So today we're going to be doing a lot of like drills where you're trying to maintain guard and you want to get back inside. It's the same as like getting your guard back. If he throws my legs over here, getting my legs back inside. Anytime he gets a grip, I want to fence to the inside. So those are the two concepts we're going to be going over today. The first drill we're going to be going over is a leg drag guard retention. So Jason is going to be standing. He's going to have both of my legs here. He's going to pick a side, get a pan grip, and do a leg drag to one side. And he's going to take that space, right? So he's opened up this leg, elbow, knee space here. The first thing I want to think about is using my hands to frame. So I'm going to use my inside hand to frame on whatever leg is closest. Then I'm going to take my outside leg and fence in. Recompose guard here. Then he'll drag this leg now. Same thing. I want to fence in, and recompose. And once I recompose, I want to be here with this elbow knee space protected. So we'll do that alternating 1 minute each. Any questions on this drill? Cool, let's hit it. 3, 2, 1. All right, any questions on the leg drag guard retention? Awesome. So the next concept we're going to go over is bellying down. So if you're in a position where you're getting your guard pass and they are beyond the point at which you can fence in, you're going to have to belly down to recompose your guard, and I'll show you what that looks like. So Jason does just like a leg drag, like when he throws, it comes up in this space, my elbow knee space. I can't fence in anymore, and I'm going to have to belly down. And all that means is I'm going to have to block with my hands and twist and get my knees underneath me. And now I'm in turtle, but I want to stress here, turtle is not a guard. I do not want to stay here. So as soon as I have my knees underneath me, I need to get back to a seated guard position. Okay, so again, Jason throws my legs, comes here. I have to block with two hands. I want to shrug and protect my neck, get any kind of grip I can get, and come back to sitting. And so for the drill, what we'll do is Jason will throw my legs to one side and come into my elbow knee space. I'll recompose and come here as quickly as I can, and then he switches sides. And that's all it is.
Does it matter which way you roll to go belly down? If
Yes.
you're rolling like into him,
That's a really good question. I do not want to show Jason my back. So what I don't want to do is this. Because as soon as I've done this, he's on my back, right?
Gotcha.
So that's a great question. I want to stay facing him, get my knees underneath me, come to here, and at no point did he have an opportunity to jump on my back.
So the only way to get your back there is he literally has to dive for it.
Yes,
Kinda.
yeah. And I don't want to show it to him either.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. It's a great question. Any other questions on this one?
Sprawling risk or anything? Have you ever kind of like leave this type of
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, just for the purposes of this drill, this is just ingraining that movement. Like, if this was live, I probably, like, if he did this, right? Like, if I come to here, he can come down on me, and that sucks. But I'm still got my knees underneath me. I've got a hold of him, and I think I'm here.
So grabbing that leg.
Yeah, grabbing whatever you can. Pan grip, leg, if there's an arm down there, get a sleeve. Just some kind of contact. But at the bare minimum, you can just frame with your hands, the same way that we were doing it before. It's just blocking progress, keeping some kind of contact, and getting back up.
Okay, Matt, going back to that back thing. So, so it tends to try to move back, like I went to the opposite side.
So we're actually going to do inversions next. It's a great question, but yes, when you invert, you don't want to invert and show the back. So we'll go over that. But yeah, it's a great question. For the purposes of this is like, he's still on your side, you don't have to invert yet. You only invert if they're like behind you. Like if we're like this, bellying down, you know, might help, but it's much easier just to do this. So the next part of this is the inversions, and we'll get to that. But yeah, you never want to show your partner your back, so always roll to them, not away. Any other questions? Cool, so we'll do this drill 1 minute each. 1, 2, 3. Any questions on bellying down to recompose guard? Cool.
Are you posing like to get more momentum on the other leg, or?
Yeah, if it's there, for sure. You're talking about, like if he's here, am I pulling? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So I saw a number of people have some really good instincts on this. This is a great position to like wrestle up from if you know how to do low singles or anything like that. Another thing I want to hit on is if you don't know those things, that's fine. Don't spend time here. Like again, like this isn't a guard. I want to get back to my butt and I can play shin to shin from here. I can look at David Heath, like whatever guard you want to play. But like if that's going to be the position you wrestle up from, then hit it. Like go for that single, stand up, whatever. If that's not in your game or you don't know what that means, just go to guard. Because as I'm here, there's a ton of risk of him like attacking a Kimura, attacking a headlock. I don't want to stay there. Turtle's not a guard. That's not exactly turtle, but it's close enough. Unless you're going to play CT guard or wrestle up, get out of here. Just get back to guard, recompose, and hit it from there. Any other questions on that piece? Cool. So the last piece of this is inverting. So we talked about what to do if they've beaten your guard and they're sort of in that zone where you can recompose with your legs. We've talked about what to do if they get into that elbow knee space with the bellying down. The last part of this is inverting. The drill of this isn't like exactly a realistic scenario because if we're like this, you know, I don't want to be here, how did he get here, whatever, but the purpose of this is just to get in the habit of like, you can invert to recompose your guard. And this might just look like he has done a leg drag and gotten all the way to my head. And I'm here now, right? Like I could try to belly down, but it's going to be really hard for me to do that because he's, you know, in my space. So the easiest thing for me to do is just to pull my knees to my chest. And now I've inverted and get grips and square up. And so he can spin me around like him, like a top. We're here, knees to chest. I'm getting sleeve grips, hand grips, whatever I can get my hands on. And I'm just trying to find frames on his body and square up again. Any questions on this? Cool, let's try this 1 minute each. 1, 2, 3. Any questions on inverting to retain guard?
Where are you posting your feet? Just where you.
Where are you posting your feet? Yeah, that's a good question. Wherever you can get some purchase. So Jason's here, and I'm going to invert. I'm looking to get inside space first. So again, I don't want to be like this. I'm trying to get inside, so I'm here. And then whatever I can get some contact on, I can use to spin around.
Okay.
So if he's like, if he comes in and he gets grips, you know, then I can get here and be like this. There's like inverted spider guard is a guard you can play if you want to mess around. Everything's upside down, it's really weird, but yeah, so to answer your question, anywhere I can get some contact on the inside, I'm looking to plant my feet. And it's the same if we're in open guard, right? Feet on the biceps, legs, whatever. It's just, I'm upside down now, so it's just wherever I can find some contact.
You got it.
Yes.
Any pointers on what to do when he does get his head down into your chest?
Yeah, sure. So you're saying from the inverted position?
Yes.
Yeah, so the worst thing that can happen if I'm trying to play an inverted guard is if he occupies the elbow knee space. This sucks, right? Now we're like north-south essentially. But it's still the same principles as any other guard retention. I want to frame with my hands as much as I can, and I have to get my knees to my chest. Right? So it's going to be a battle. Like if he's already here, this is a different thing.
Yeah.
But if in the process I'm here, I can frame, get knees in, and it's the same thing. I'm framing, creating some space, and taking it. Any other questions on that? Cool, so we're going to play a little game. The person on bottom is going to have both hands on their belt, and they have to maintain their guard with only their legs. The passer is going to have one hand. So whatever hand you want to pick, the other one's going to be on your belt. So Jason will have 2 hands on his belt, and I'll be playing guard. To start with, as the guard player, you probably want to be on your back so that your legs are mobile. Perfect. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to have one arm, and he's going to be fencing in. And we're just trying to get to a position, I cheated, where one of us wins. And then as soon as that happens, we reset. So if there's a timer set for 2 minutes, we'll do 2 minutes. If not, we're gonna do 3. Pace yourselves. This is a lot of cardio, but have fun with it. Don't fall on your partner. Don't crush them or anything. And yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Shit is tired when you go pick it up.
Any questions on that or anything we went over today? Awesome. Get some water, mouth guards, whatever you need. We'll go to regular sparring. Great job. 1, 2, 3.
So what I'm demonstrating here is that you can do all of these drills by yourself on a wall. So this is the first thing that we went over in class, which is just recomposing guard by framing with your hand and then fencing in with your outside leg first and then bringing your other leg in. The second one we're showing here is this is bellying down once your opponent has entered your elbow-knee space. So this is just how to roll over onto your stomach, get your knees underneath you. You're keeping your shoulders shrugged, protecting your neck as you frame with your hands, and eventually recompose a seated guard. The last one we're going to show here is just that you can invert along the wall to practice guard inversions.